All right, so we're gonna make treats today. These are Bunny's favorite treats, bunny treats. It's a super simple recipe and they're really high value. They're great for doing outdoor training, reactivity training, counter conditioning, that sort of thing. Super easy. You need a 1/4 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. You need a pound of beef. You want to use high fat so that the treats stick together and don't get crumbly. You can also use a higher fat percentage turkey, and then 1 egg. So we're gonna crack the egg into the bowl and we're gonna beat it. Then we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, like so. Mix it up. Bunny's getting pretty excited. And we're gonna add the beef. The next part gets kind of messy. All right, and I've started started warming up the oven at 350 degrees. All right, enter beef. And now, just smush it in there a little bit, and now I use my hands to get it all properly mixed up. And I got the recipe from Kathy Sadao, who's a world-renowned behaviorist. You can find this exact recipe on her website. I will link the website, comments, or caption. She's rad. Separate it into like 3 or 4 balls, because I want to roll them into like pretty thin logs, because then you're gonna bake them and you're gonna slice them. Bunny's getting excited. Oh my gosh, she's licking her chops down here. I would be too, except touching raw meat is kind of nasty. Rolling the meat, we're rolling the meat. Yeah, that's embarrassing. Rolling, rolling, rolling. So embarrassing, oh my God. Why am I like this? Buns, we're gonna have so much fun with the meat sticks. Just like delete anytime I say meat stick or anything to do with meat, except for the very important parts. I'm gonna put it on a pan like this. And yeah, it fits just about perfectly. It's just like a long aluminum pan. Okay, now we're doing it again. This is a fancy technique I call, I don't know what I call it. I don't have a name for it. It just feels kind of good. This is the most labor-intensive part, and it's not labor-intensive at all. These are like literally so easy. And like I said before, they're really, really super good for like outdoor training because they're high enough value to compete with a lot of the distractions that we encounter. When you're done like rolling these out, if you make a bunch more, you can just like wrap them in saran wrap and freeze the logs and then bake them later. Yeah, super handy. Handy, I don't like that word. Why do I keep saying handy and like meat sticks? It reminds me a little bit of Tremors. You remember that movie from like the 80s, 90s? I just feel like this move is not arbitrary. I feel like it sort of like compacts all the creases in the meat and makes them roll more smoothly. So it's not like I'm just doing this because I enjoy it, which I do. It also serves a function maybe. Another video I'm gonna do after this one is of us using these treats to teach a paw target. Because we get that question a lot, like how do I get my learner to touch the button without hand over paw, like me putting their paw on it. And these treats will help you do that. But we don't actually use treats with the buttons. So we're gonna use the treats as a lead-in to teach a behavior that will encourage your dog to use the buttons of their own accord without the treats. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And if you like this type of content, which I hope you do, even though I'm like totally ridiculous, please subscribe. We're gonna be doing a lot of fun, sort of longer format things on YouTube. And yeah, maybe I'll get better at it, so. Kathy Sadao would be proud. Again, you guys should check her out. She's really, really, really an amazing behaviorist. She's written books, she does seminars, she does online, consultations. She's just brilliant. She's a really phenomenal woman. I highly, highly recommend. Also, she really enjoys collecting things on the beach. So we have that in common. And last time I went to see her, I brought her a bag of like our porcelain findings, like little pieces of clay, and she, or not clay, little pieces of, what are they called? Pottery. And she freaked out. She was so distracted that we couldn't talk anything dogs for like 10 minutes. And it was awesome. Exactly the desired response. Okay, so time to take our goodies out of the oven. And this is what they look like so. Take them off this pan and put them onto a cutting board. And then I'm gonna chop them up into little bits. And then I am going to dispose of the extra oil, clean off the pan a little bit, and then I'm gonna throw them in at 250 for like another half hour so they dry out even a little bit more. But if you have a microwave, which I just don't, which I realize is maybe a little bit weird, after you cut them up, you can just put them on a plate on top of a paper towel for like a minute or something at like a low power, and that'll dry them out enough. But I just do a little twice baked thing, it works just as well. There we go. Is that like a Swedish chef voice? There we go. I don't even know. But yeah, get them all lined up here. And then I just cut them into like small pieces. They don't have to be super clean. Just like, you know, like this. I'm gonna get a better knife. Voila. I'm just gonna slice them. Actually, I'm gonna let them cool for a little bit first. That's what I'm gonna do. So we've pulled them out of the oven. We've got them on the cutting board. I'm just gonna let them cool for a little bit before I cut them so they hold their shape a little bit better. And then, yeah, we'll proceed from there. Okay, so these have cooled down a little bit. And I'm just going to slice them. There we go. Yeah, they were too hot before, so they weren't cutting cleanly, but if you let them cool down just a little bit, it's a lot easier to cut them. But they actually smell really tasty. I could totally eat this right now. I'm not going to. A couple more big chonkers over here that I'm gonna cut down to size just a little bit. And then, yeah, you can put them on a plate, paper towel underneath in the microwave for 30 seconds to a minute. You can just sort of like check in on them, see if they're drying out. And that'll just get them a little bit drier. And that helps them like keep a little bit longer as well. But I have set my oven to 225, and I'm just gonna put these back on there and spread them out, and then let them go for another half hour, 45 minutes or so. They're all spread out on the pan, ready to be twice baked or microwave. There we go. We're at 225. We're gonna just leave them in there for another half hour, 45 minutes, check on them periodically. Bunny is overwhelmingly excited right now. Yeah. We are currently taking a break outside while we wait for Bunny's treats to finish baking. And she just pressed the concern button because she heard another dog barking. So naturally we had to check it out. She's feeling a little bit better now. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweet girl. All right, here we go. You know what? Never have I been so keenly aware of how filthy my oven is. This is an embarrassment to ovens across the world. But that's not the focus of this video. At least it wasn't until I brought it up. So anyways, here are some amazing twice baked treats. We're gonna let them cool, and then we might end up breaking some of them into smaller bits, but As you can tell, they're squishy enough but not crumbly, and Bunny is going to freak out about these. Ta-da! Okay, and now of course we've got to take them for a test drive. Hey Bunny, come here. You sit. Good girl. Kiss. Thank you. That's super tasty. She likes it. Kiss. Good job, Bubba. Thank you.